Do you feel stuck in a loop? You set big goals, promising yourself things will change, only to fall back into old, frustrating patterns. Feeling trapped in a frustrating cycle is common, but what if the problem isn't your willpower, but the very system you're using to create change? This animated summary of Atomic Habits shows a revolutionary framework where tiny changes build over time to create remarkable results. We'll reveal how even the most tiny and almost invisible changes can compound over time to create truly remarkable and unexpected results. Learn to build a system where good habits become easy and automatic, while bad habits become difficult and completely unappealing to follow. We'll uncover the science behind simple daily habits and see how they possess the power to genuinely transform your life in truly remarkable ways. Idea 1. Habits and compound growth. Dramatic results come from small, consistent changes that accumulate over time. Everything begins with a single simple action, repeated day after day. Progress is like a snowball rolling downhill. Your initial effort feels small, but with persistence, it builds momentum and starts growing much faster. 10 minutes of daily reading may seem insignificant, but over time that knowledge builds into a powerful advantage and a much wider perspective. Saving just a little money may not seem like much, but over time compound interest can grow it into a surprisingly substantial amount for your future. The initial stages can feel very slow, as if you're making no real progress. That's why your patience and persistence will be your greatest assets. Success is born from small habits practiced consistently. Every single effort you make cultivates a journey of growth with extraordinary results.
Before we continue the video, let's be honest about reading. If you're a visual learner, trying to force your way through a book can be painful. Reading a full book can feel impossible because your brain craves visual stimulation, and words on a page just don't provide that spark. But with the BookWatch app, you can absorb an entire book in just 15 minutes with our animated book summaries. We create engaging visuals that match exactly how your brain works for thousands of books. Start learning the way your brain is truly meant to. Download the BookWatch app free with the link in the description, or search BookWatch in the App Store. Also, if you are enjoying our free content on YouTube, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Idea 2. The habit loop. The habit loop is a neurological cycle that explains how habits are formed. It moves through 4 key stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. Imagine a dark room. You crave light, so you flip the switch for the reward of sight. This is the simple cue, response, and reward loop in action. The cue is the trigger that kicks off the habit. This initial spark can be a specific location, a time of day, your emotional state, or other people. Following the cue comes the craving, the motivational force. It's the desire for a change in state, like wanting to feel relief, safety, or comfort. The response is the actual habit you perform to satisfy a craving, whether it's as simple as flipping a switch or making your morning coffee. The reward satisfies a craving and reinforces the habit, telling your brain this sequence of actions is worth remembering and repeating for the future. With repetition, the loop becomes automatic and the habit is ingrained. Your brain links the cue directly to the reward, so you act without thinking. Build good habits by making a cue obvious and a reward satisfying, creating a system that works for you, like reading a book before bed. Idea 3. The 4 laws of behavior change. The 4 laws are a framework for building good habits and breaking bad ones. They provide clear, actionable steps for every stage of the habit loop. To start a new habit, the first law is to make it obvious. Make your cues impossible to miss, like leaving a journal on your desk as a clear reminder. To break a bad habit, simply make its trigger invisible. For instance, if snacks are out of sight, you become much less likely to go and eat them. The second law is to make a habit attractive by pairing an action you want to do with one you need to do, making the new habit much more appealing. Third law, make it easy. Reduce the friction between you and your new habit. Small steps like laying out clothes make starting much simpler. The fourth law is to make it satisfying. We repeat habits that feel good immediately, so a reward should always reinforce the identity you're building. Using these 4 powerful laws lets you consciously design your habits to better align your daily actions with your most important aspirations. Idea 4. The importance of identity. Your habits are not just actions, they are a reflection of your identity. It is this self-view that ultimately shapes your behavior and your entire life. Instead of seeing exercise as a chore, you must think of it as being a person who cares for their body. That shift turns a task into an identity. To build a real reading habit, tell yourself, I am a reader, not just, I have to read. This small shift in identity has an incredible impact. Every time you perform the habit, you reinforce that identity. It creates a powerful feedback loop where actions and beliefs strengthen each other. Lasting change is aligning your daily habits with the person you want to become. It feels less like work and more like being your authentic self. Idea 5. Environment design. The world around you powerfully shapes your daily choices, and by changing your environment, you can guide yourself towards the outcomes you truly desire. When your pantry is full of junk food, resisting temptation is a constant battle, and the convenient option is almost never the truly healthy one. Stock your kitchen with healthy options like fruits and vegetables, so your environment automatically makes the healthier choice the easier one for you. To cut back on your television time, simply create a small barrier for yourself, like unplugging the TV or hiding the remote control somewhere new. An easy way to play guitar more often is to leave it on a standout in the open, making it much more inviting to just pick up and start playing. The power is in shaping an environment that makes good habits feel effortless and bad habits difficult, so it effectively does the choosing for you. Intentionally shaping the space around you is a powerful way to build better habits. Even the smallest adjustments can guide you towards your goals. Idea 6. Habit stacking. Habit stacking means linking a new habit to an existing one, like adding a fresh song to that daily playlist you already know and love listening to. The goal is to build your new habit into an existing routine. This makes it significantly easier to remember and practice consistently over time. As your coffee brews, take this quiet moment for yourself to find your calm and embrace a sense of stillness before the day really begins. Soon, brewing your coffee becomes the perfect cue, signaling it's time for your warm morning cup and your new daily meditation practice. The secret to building good habits is pairing them logically, like placing a book on your pillow right after you brush your teeth each night. Another key is to start with a simple habit that takes just 1 minute, making it feel like a much less demanding and more manageable daily task. Habit stacking connects a new action to an established routine, turning the old habit into the perfect automatic trigger to perform the new behavior. This method simplifies adding new habits to your day, making your personal growth journey feel more seamless and naturally integrated into your life. Idea 7. The 2-minute rule. To beat inertia, try scaling down your new habits so they take just 2 minutes or less, which makes it feel almost effortless to finally get started. Procrastination isn't truly about how hard the task is, it's more about the overwhelming mental hurdle of beginning something that just feels so huge. To start reading more, don't commit to an hour, just aim for a single page. The goal is to make starting your new habit completely frictionless. The true magic isn't found until after you begin, because taking that first step makes the path forward so much clearer and so much easier to follow. This technique bypasses mental resistance by shifting your focus from the huge final goal to one single tiny and very manageable first action. By consistently acting on the 2-minute version, the simple act of starting becomes automatic. It becomes an ingrained part of your routine. This mini habit is a gateway to the full behavior. It overcomes initial resistance and proves every great journey begins with one small step. Idea 8. The Goldilocks Rule. The Goldilocks Rule is about finding that sweet spot of difficulty. A task too easy becomes boring, while one that's too hard just feels overwhelming. We experience optimal motivation by tackling challenges that rest right on the edge of our capabilities, a sweet spot that isn't too hard or too easy. This gives a true sense of accomplishment, as challenges are perfectly balanced to be engaging and fun without ever becoming truly overwhelming. When trying to build a reading habit, a massive 500-page book is often too intimidating, while a simple children's book may not feel quite fulfilling. A shorter novella could be the perfect sweet spot you're looking for, a manageable challenge that gets you started and keeps that reading momentum going. For sustained growth, find that crucial balance by setting challenges that are just achievable enough to push the very boundaries of your capabilities.